Hi, James. Long time no see on the podcast, our first one of 2021. We have missed you guys, but there's been a lot going on behind the scenes, which is the reason for this podcast. So, I know we're in March now, but Happy New Year to everyone because we haven't seen you for that long. How are you, James? How have you been?
I'm good. Yeah. Yes. Looking forward to hopefully some good news in the coming weeks for us opening and welcoming all our public back. We definitely missed them. I know we've seen a few bits and bobs of them out and about in the shop in Asda's the only place we can see them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, busy period for us, as you well know. Staff back in work, getting everything ready for the exciting news that we announced last week. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but it's nice to actually see staff in the building when you come in. I think, during the first lockdown, we were a bit isolated when we were going to the building ourselves, and it was just like no light at the end of the tunnel, and nothing was getting better. But now, things are getting better. People are being vaccinated, which we couldn't have said in lockdown 1. We are in lockdown 3 in Wales now, hopefully third and last. But realistically, the vaccination teams, the health board, hats off to those guys. They've worked tirelessly, and the same continues now with the vaccination program. And even to our staff that have volunteered their time at the vaccination centres, great job from those guys as well. All of them involved. It wouldn't have happened without them. And realistically, stellar job to those guys and the other guys helping out the vaccination centres as well. So there has been a lot happening behind the scenes. There's been a lot of radio silence from our side. And obviously, we're all waiting for the Welsh government to throw us a bone, should we say, and give us some good news. It is coming. We've got that roadmap now that we can see. We get into that point where they are going to tell us a date that our facility is going to open. So that is good. There has been a lot of hard work going on from the teams in each of the centres. Like I said, great news that we gave you last week, and there's going to be snippets and more news as time goes on as well, because there's really, really good things coming up. But what we wanted to do today, we wanted to give you the overview of our big news, take you through our presentation of the gyms and the concepts of what they're going to look like, which is really exciting for us. But yeah, is there anything you want to add to that as well, Jim?
No, just with views to the project. Obviously, a lot of it come from the choice we sent out to customers, trying to view their areas, what they would like to see in the gyms, etc. And we'd like to think we tick the majority of those boxes. We listen to the customers. Customers key, they know best, and hopefully those that did participate in that questionnaire will hopefully see the differences that they asked for, which was what our aim and our goals is to obviously please those customers. So it's good.
We I know me and you have been in this for, I think it's 18 months now. We've got people excited, and then obviously COVID stopped the initial launch and us actually going into that tender process. But now we can see the light at the end of our tunnels, and it's such a positive thing, not only for our facilities, our staff, but for the entire community, whether you're a member of our gym or not. It's time to get excited. We're looking at this 360 approach to every demographic in the area, that they're going to be able to come to our facilities, and they're going to benefit from coming to our facilities, especially the recovery process coming from this lockdown period, COVID. And we don't want to say COVID as just someone who's been suffering with the condition or the disease themselves, but the collateral that COVID has caused, the mental health issues, weight management, those sort of things. So this whole process has worked so well in a way. You guys are going to be coming to 3 brand new facilities. You know, they even to the point now where we haven't got the new equipment in yet, but they're unrecognizable. Would you say, Jim, from the last time they seen them in December?
Yes, yeah, it's been great. And I was lucky enough to have viewed quick look at the pictures from the other sites, and obviously working in Aberdeen myself. Staff have been incredible, really working hard. Lots gone into it. The gym's definitely got a bit more personality, and not just us. I think staff have enjoyed doing it to a degree, to kind of be part of something that's going to be massive for Nine Leisure for probably the next 7 years plus. So yeah, it's been great, really, really good. The transformation, I'm hoping, which I'm sure they will, customers will love, because it's a little bit different to what we used to.
Yeah, definitely. The decorators, those services have loved us over the last couple of months, haven't they? It's with our paint orders, filling, all those sort of things. So there's been, like I said, it's been a lot of hard work, and you know, we've got to take our hats off to our staff that have come in, and you know, they've put the effort into these rooms, and hopefully, you know, you're going to be blown away when you see it in person. Hopefully we'll be in a position where we can start taking pictures when we get our old kit taken out of the gyms pretty soon. So yeah, we can fill you in with more information and more visuals as time goes on. So like I said, it's across the 3 sites. If you've seen our social media stream, we are partnering with Prego UK. So that's a really exciting partnership. You know, we went through the tender process, which was brutal, and it did have me and Jamie crying and screaming at some points. But you know, when we reflect back on that process, we know we've made the right decision. Would you agree with that, Jim?
Oh, totally. It's the company's absolutely fab, and you know, from the big news we're hearing from them, they're looking to grow and grow and grow, and it's different path, but a better path. It's definitely something that's really exciting.
Oh yeah, I think the partnership and, you know, the exploration that the Prego UK are doing, and Prego Global as well. You know, they put a lot of emphasis on digital. You know, even looking down the routes of sort of AI as well, which, you know, is the big thing to come. So yeah, the developments, you know, they seem like a company that on the front foot of our industry at the moment as a supplier. So really exciting times. You know, when we go into the presentation now, we can take you through things in a little bit more detail, which is really exciting, and we hope you guys get as excited as we've been over the past couple of months. So what are your thoughts at the moment, James, on the refurbishment? I know we're saying coming from us, you know, it's always going to be passion, positivity, and excitement, but you know, I think it goes from something where you just think, right, we've got this sort of blank canvas, and then you think you've got all these steps to take until you get to that end product. What's your thought process been from that point to where we are now?
Yeah, it's been mad. Like I said, it's been 18 months from us driving up and down the motorway, looking at different suppliers, you know, grabbing a coffee in between wherever we could, getting back as quick as you can, to it actually being delivered and installed in the coming weeks. It's a different kind of approach the way we looked at it. We looked at many avenues, what would suit the needs of the demographics in the community and what would improve the community, because essentially that's what we're here to do, and improve community life. And now more than ever, due to you know, COVID and mental health, weight management, like you've touched upon. So yeah, it's really, really exciting. The refurbs, as we'll see in some of the photos, probably won't even do it justice compared to what is coming. These are just the snippets of what is. Each site's got each site is unique in its own way, which is really, really positive. And some of the transformations in some of the sites are phenomenal. Probably Tregear, one of the fab ones, that, you know, the little one over the valley, but the transformation over there and the guys who work is phenomenal. So it's a big pat in the back for those. It's just a different approach to training as well. You know, we kind of always filled it full of similar kit each time with a new tender. We now it's very goal-based, target-based, recovery-based. There's actually the science behind it, which will in turn get customers achieving the goals of what they set to come here for in the first place. So yeah, really excited in the way it's going, and hopefully you will be after you've had a quick snippet of the presentation we got for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And we could talk about this all day, which to be fair, I think mine and Jamie's wives are probably sick of hearing about it every time we go from work these days. But we've got a debrief with someone, and they're with us most of the time. Actually, I'd say we're probably together more than we are.
Yeah,
our partners at the moment.
Extended bubble, I think. Extended bubble.
Exactly. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to take you through the presentation, because we think visualization speaks 1,000 words, and we could speak 1,000 words, but I don't think you're going to want to listen to us until midnight. So yeah, what I'm going to do, just going to share my screen. And there we go. So what we've got, why Prego? This is our first slide. So I know we've discussed why we've gone with Prego, but we can sort of dig down into a little bit more detail of why they won the tender, and where they're going to take us in the future. We don't even know yet. I think is open to interpretation, but yeah, we're in such a positive position at the moment that we can't wait to get these refurbishments done, so we can just take a look at it ourselves and think, wow, the concepts don't even do justice to what is actually here at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be great. It really is. So just pull this up. Right. So Jamie, over to you, because I know you like this slide. This is what Jamie has put together of the reason, and Naira Leisure has chose to partner Prego.
So yeah. Obviously, myself and Tom went through the tender, and these were the key areas we felt would improve us as a company and future-proof us going forward. So we looked to get brand new kit in, state-of-the-art kit, which we've got. We've got top-of-the-range Prego kit throughout, all singing, all dancing. For those that like the social media or the Netflix while being on a cardio, they've got that option as well now, as well as many other functions. I think they've got one of the only treadmills with a decline function, which is great for obviously the news team, which I know you manage, Tom. So all for someone who's sport specific and want to increase their cadence or their speed for those runners or sprinters. Obviously, with the way the world's going, especially more than ever now after these lockdowns, is digital and connectivity. So we've decided to go with, which you'll hear a bit more about after, is AdGym, which is absolutely amazing platform. At the palm of your hands, essentially gives you, it's basically a personal trainer in the palm of your hands, but not just that, gives you options to still stay connected to us, all personal trainers, depending on how you use it. We'll touch upon that later, because there's many functions. Probably new to the centres, which you probably haven't seen before, will be functional training and HIIT. So HIIT being one of the highest pull in training trends. So you'll see nice shiny big metal frames as you come into the buildings now, called functional rigs. So it's a cross between obviously strength conditioning and a little bit of CrossFit. So that'll probably be one of the biggest changes you'll see throughout the site. And probably the biggest thing that will catch your eyes, to be honest, because it's something you probably wouldn't have seen before. Obviously, we value our staff very highly, and we felt that we wanted to engage our staff to get them trained to the highest standard and just give back to them as they've given to us over the years. Again, what mentioned on earlier, a lot of the kit is going to be goal and driven based, so it does give you that option, so that serious trainer that really want to hit those targets and goals, especially with the connectivity and everything else now that is at the palm of your hands, along with the functional and the usage of the quick kit we got. And obviously the equipment coverage of the duration of the contract. So where we had difficulties with machines being down for time before, obviously not an issue now. Warranty covered the full lease. Not just that, now they're incredibly smart now. the kit will kind of email an engineer before we even know they broke it down. So again, leaving less time for your favorite piece of kit being down, because essentially, you know, they do have an hammering over the years. They do tend to go down for a day or two, but instead of that piece of kit being down for a week or two, hopefully it'd be more days and back up and running. So it's really, really smart. What we try to do, we try to hit all the demographics, because obviously for those that come into our sites, you'll see ages ranging from the school use up to the nurse use, all different demographics, different reasons, different goals. And we feel that the kit that we're going to provide hits every target and every piece of kit to help with every demographic going forward. And we feel going with Prego is going to help us future-proof the service, improve us as a company, and improve the community going forward. Is there anything else you'd like to ask, Tom?
I think the last point is probably key in the reason that we went with Prego. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of developments, as we said, from a digital and connected perspective. And I think, you know, with developments from Prego that, you know, we can share with you once everything is finalized, they're going to be on the front foot with everything. You know, we feel AdGym is probably the most cutting edge app to keep people connected, but also to digitize our offering as well, which we want to make one of the biggest impacts in our gyms as we go forward. We want to try and digitize as much as we can. I think people, due to COVID, they've become more savvy using the internet, using their computers. So, you know, we're going to take full advantage of that. But like Jamie said, you know, is keeping everyone connected whilst they're in the center and outside the center. So, you know, that's the main thing we want is a bespoke user experience where you're always continually connected to our services, and we'll make sure you get the most out of it and we get the most out of it for you as well. So yeah, we can't wait. I hope you can feel the passion coming through your screens right now, because yeah, we honestly can't wait to welcome you back to these brand new facilities. So yeah, Jamie's already said, you know, innovative equipment line. We've discussed some of the things that, you know, people say a treadmill's a treadmill, but this treadmill, like Jamie said, you know, it's got functionality that most other treadmills on the market don't have. And that's where we join up that full demographic usage of each piece of kit. We've talked about the high intensity interval training through the Assault fitness range. And we've talked about the functional rig as well, which we will go on to in a little bit. I won't give that away, because that's one of my favorite products in the world, actually. It was one of those things that we've seen a lot of equipment over the last 18 months. And that was the one I kept sort of fixating on. And I kept saying to Jamie, but it's not as good as the Queen Axe. It's not as good as what we're having. So we will show you what we're talking about in a bit, and hopefully, you know, you'll be blown away just by seeing the pictures of what we're discussing.
And there's also going to be other CV lines that they wouldn't have seen before in our facilities as well. So I know that will come up a lot in the questionnaire, and we've listened, and I've put those CV lines in place.
Yeah, and like we said, we will discuss that. So. AdGym, which we've already discussed, you know, this is the most cutting edge piece of digital kit on the market for the fitness industry. You know, we've scoured the market for a lot, and this was one of the main benefactors coming from Prego that they won the tender on. So, you know, that to us, this is a massive product, something that you can get. You know, it is a personal trainer in the palm of your hands. You are connected. You've got programs. It's just totally digitized. You know, this is the future of training, and no doubt, AdGym is hosted by Sony. So from a digital operator, you don't get bigger than Sony in the digital world. So, you know, we can't wait to see what that brings in the future, and we can't wait to get people onboarded. And there are going to be links going out shortly, so people can join up. And it's going to be really exciting times. We've got a lot to offer with this as well. So yeah, keep an eye out on our social media streams and push notifications on the Anira and Leisure app too. Is there anything you want to add with the AdGym stuff, Jim?
No, you've covered it fit, right? Like you said, it's all singing and dancing.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the one. This was one of the keys for me. This is the one that I kept coming back to. We're looking to take our services into the future, and I think Queen Axe, which is the functional rig that we're going to be installing, they all sort of do the same thing. It's just the look, the aesthetic look of the Queen Axe was just, it was so cutting edge. And when you think there's probably 300 different exercises with 18 different stations on one of our bigger ones that we're going to have at Everville Sports Centre, this is top of the line. I can't speak highly enough of this, and I'm bursting with excitement right now just speaking about it. So I'm going to hand over to Jamie on this one. What were your thoughts on when I think it was in Bristol we went to the Prego site and they showed us Queen Axe? What was your first thoughts?
It was strange because they had a designated area for it. So instead of being actually on the gym floor like it is in Everville, they actually had an area for it. And what stood out more to me, not only did it look absolutely amazing, it's definitely the eye catchers, and probably as you walk in, it'll be the first thing you ask, what does that do? I was more impressed with the demographics that were on it. While we were there at the go, there was a young couple on there doing training, strength and conditioning, and then there was a couple of nurse clients of the older generation living it up on there as well. The fact that it is, like you said, many exercises, but while sometimes it may look a little bit daunting, it actually, the functionality, it hits every target. From a nurse team, or someone who may have struggled with their balance or hips, where there's UFOs floating things that can fly from it, and that can improve your flexibility and your mobility, to pull-up bars, the slam balls is all functional hit sessions. You can do CrossFit. It's you pretty much name it, you can kind of do it on there. It's definitely the showstopper.
And the big thing to mention is these two were the first two I pulled up. We're going to have beacons with the AdGym service as well. So these beacons, when you download on your smartphone, you start a workout, and if you tap your phone to the beacon on the Queen Axe, it'll come up with all different exercises. So what we're going to do workouts of the days, workouts of the week. We're going to do challenges, these sort of things. So, if you don't know what to do, the best way to start and sort of learn your trade, for example, on the Queen Axe is going to be click that beacon, and all the exercises are going to come up there. They're going to be exemplar videos on there as well. What we mean by super functional, or UFOs, as Jamie just said. I think it's an unidentified fitness object, the UFO.
That's correct, yeah.
So all these different things, like I said, there's 18 different attachments and probably about 50 to 60 different exercises per attachment. So when you total that up, you've got a piece of kit there where you could probably go on it all year and you could only get about a quarter of the entire workout done on that bit of kit. So, this is where we're taking it into that digital age. A Queen Axe is a fixed rig, but then we're using that digital element to give you what you need, how to do things properly. And like Jamie said, it's making it goal-based as well, which is really important to us, that you get out of the service what your goal is. So in body. So this is a product that we asked Prego to provide us with. I know you've heard of the Tanita scales within the facilities. You may have had a Tanita test with one of the guys at one of the centers. So what this is the Tanita on speed. Some of you may have seen it when we borrowed one in, I think it was 2019 now. My time frames have gone to pot since COVID. I don't know where I am, but I think it was December 19 in Everville. We had one of these, And it's what the NHS are using at the moment to actually do body analysis. So this is what we are going to be working with. You know, it gets printed out on a sheet for you to take away to monitor your progress. Again, goal orientated, but also is on an app as well. So what we're going to try and do is integrate everything within the Naira and Leisure app. So you've got all your analytical data, everything speaks to the other service through the cloud. I would explain that, but I don't know what I'm talking about really, but it's in the cloud. So, you know, it's stored safely, but all of them will talk and you can see your progress from your own body, you know, your training, your CV, everything, you know, everything is going to be stored in one place. So that is key. That's your journal, you know, so gone are the days of pen and paper. Just click this straight on the beacon and it follows you. Is there anything you want to bring up with, because I know we've done quite a lot with the Tanita test in gym, and like the InBody sort of takes it up another level.
Yeah, again, with being goal driven, you can actually, you know, the InBody gives you specifics in the areas, you know, strengths, weaknesses, etc. So if you did want to, you know, if you did want to work on where the InBody's telling you weaknesses are, that gives you areas of weaknesses to improve. Not just as they to improve your journey. So hopefully the fact that the customer journey throughout with this improves the way you see a Naira and Leisure and how you come forward. So yeah, it's all about the customer. So it's something giving back to the customer to help them achieve whatever they're there to achieve.
Yeah, definitely. So Assault Fitness. So what we're talking about with the functional rig and our HIT products, Prego partnered with Assault Fitness, so the Assault Runner, which is the curved running machines, the Assault bikes, which are, me and Jamie tried those, and I think we were taking blood after we had a bit of a session on them, didn't we?
Yeah, it was horrendous. No, it was really, really good actually. It was really, really good.
We had in 20 minutes was like the equivalent of what we would do in an hour. Usually it was epic. It was epic.
I can see why those CrossFit guys look like they do when they're up forever on these bikes. Jesus.
Honestly, just the workout, you know, between your arms and your legs, because it's like a bike, but then you've still got that same weight load on your arms as well. You can't get away from it. You just got to do it. So this is what we mean, you know, people come to our service with a goal in mind, and, you know, whether it's tone up, lose weight, you know, feel younger, all these sort of things, all these goals people have. We've got something there now that is going to help you. That is a tool for you to use to get to your end goal. And when you get to that end goal, that's going to be a full summit. And then you're going to see the next summit. And then you're going to say, right, how can I use my next tool to get me to the next level? And that's what we want. We want people to progress. And, you know, if you regress, that's fine. That's what we are there for as well. That's what the AdGym app is there for. You know, it's to give you as much information as you can to help you progress as an individual to hit your goals. And, you know, like I said, the Assault Fitness and Queen Axe, this is a game changer for us, you know, is, yeah, like I said, it's really, really exciting times. Preva. So Preva is, what they've said to us is Preva is a CV app that talks to AdGym, which is the strength and conditioning app. So even though both of them sort of link, Preva is already embedded in all our CV equipment. So all your analytical data from the CV kit will be stored into Preva. But if you link Preva to AdGym, I'm making it sound complicated. It's not. It's just literally a button, and you know, you'll be signed up with the same email, so the data transfer will already be there. So yeah, Preva, CV, AdGym, strength and conditioning, pin select, beacons. We'll drop a lot more information as time goes on, so you guys, you're on the front foot before we reopen our doors as well. And last but not least, just on this slide is the Resolute Strength Kit. I think in the tender gym, we put a lot of dual functionality pin select equipment. And to be fair, Colin, who's our sales rep, great guy. You know, he's another reason that drew us to Prego. You know, really honest guy, a lot of integrity, and you know, he said, guys, you know, we want these sites to be showstoppers for us, Prego, for the community. And he said, what I'm going to do, he said, I'm going to go Resolute, which means we add more kit. It is the highest line of kit as well. And once you see it, you know, it's got another wow factor. It's got that really premium look. And he said, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick the Resolute kit in there. And, you know, it's going to make a massive difference. You know, black, metal surroundings. It just looks, it looks the bomb. And no doubt you guys, like ourselves, you know, we can't wait to see what it actually looks like. But I know we're going to get blown away. So hopefully you guys will be like, oh my God, you know, this just looks wicked. And it's something that we haven't actually seen ourselves yet, James, the Resolute kit, but we've seen it in pictures.
No, only
awesome.
yeah. And the beauty of it, it doesn't date. There's and not like a general gym kit you'll go tends to come in like that grey color, which looks dirty and dated quite often. With this black, it kind of looks sexy and keep it fresh. So yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, and we were one of the first operators in the UK to have the Resolute kit. We are the first operator in the whole of Europe and EMEA, which is Middle East as well, to have the tungsten black kit coming in as well. So this again is black, where usually the shrouding and the surroundings of some of the CV kit would be grey. We've gone for the top premium line, which again, you know, it doesn't date. It's always going to look good, and you know the functionality is endless because it is so data driven. So yeah, like I said, really, really exciting times. We sort of touched on this, but I think the big thing jumping out there, James, is Sony. You know, we've already said that they are digital geniuses. You know, what could take some other operators weeks or months to get done, these guys could probably do it a week. And we've seen that when we've been on the training, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Is they send a message, oh, this is what we're looking at, and I had a message today. The main guy overseeing AdGym is called Henriksson, and he's from Sweden. And he said, oh, have you got any ideas of how we can take this forward? Have you got any problems? And it's like 75 different partners in this email. And I'm just like, and I know they'll get it done like that. You know, you haven't got to wait 5 days and it's done. So, you know, if you guys, when you start using it, if you've got any ideas on the app and what you'd like to see, you know, if you give us that feedback, we can take that forward to Sony. And, you know, like I said, they'll put the changes in there. And like we said, the pillars, there's 3 main pillars is updating your customer journey and just having an abundance of information in your hand. It boosts coaching. So, you know, the interactions, you know, sometimes you've got to wait for X member of staff to come in. That person's going to be available on the AdGym app all the time to send you push notifications, to see how you're doing, see how your training is going. So, you know, it's just that interaction. And it, like we said, it is keeping you connected. And ultimately for us is the analytical data. And I know Jamie loves this one, so I'm going to pass over to Jamie. You know, some of the data we've seen from this, mate, was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it gives us heat maps, which tells us which kit is being used more than others. When the kit goes down, it'll email us before we know it's down. It'll email an engineer to bring on site to go down. But as for our customers, the benefits they will see, as you can see in the photo, there's a pack. Essentially, you just scan it. For them, if they want to see a video to use how to use the equipment correctly, it'll give you a video. If you just want it to use it as a rep count, scan it, put it in the pocket, it'll give you a rep count. So for those that carry around diaries and write down every little bit of thing, you don't need that anymore. You've got it in the palm of your hands. So it's just more user friendly as well. And again, very, very data driven. If you're like me, that likes their data.
Yeah, and you do like data, James. I can vouch for that one. But data is king, you know. Data is key for us to make the correct decisions. You know, we can see how many reps have been done in a given day, given month, year. We can see what pieces of kit are used the most, and we can change things around. So they're in better locations for people to use. They make more sense that they're in that position if you're doing back exercises, shoulders, you know, those sort of things. So it's easier for people to access and get the most out of the journey every time they come into our facilities. So yeah, really exciting times with this app, and it is going to be. I think we've got a few more things to clarify, but hopefully by the end of this week, start of next week, we should be in a position where we're going to push it out to the customers. So keep an eye out on our social media stream, BG Life, and you can download it, and you can keep up to date. And there's going to be other exciting things with it as well. So yeah, this is the Queen Axe. First visual representation of what the Queen Axe looks like. It's just epic. As you can see in the top, this is a similar sort of rig that we're going to be having in our Ebervale site. Me and Jamie, I work mostly in Tredegar. Jamie works mostly in Abertillery. And we're both jealous of what Ebervale are having made, aren't we?
Oh, massively. It is an awesome bit of kit. And the photos don't do it justice, to be honest. Once you see it up front, it is definitely something. I know if I walked into it, I'd never seen one before, it'd be the first thing I'd ask the gym attendant, what is that and what does it do? And I'd probably be trapped in them for about half hour, 40 minutes while they go through everything it does do. But that's just said, each site got one of these now. The one in the bottom right is more towards the one in Abertillery and Tredegar, but Tredegar's got a very unique one itself, to be honest with you. But
actually made the
only one in the world.
Yeah, it's been specifically made for Tredegar Sports Centre. Obviously, I had to get in there because I primarily work in Tredegar, but it's got a little bit extra with squat racks and lifting areas on the back of it as well. So when you come into Tredegar, like Jamie said at the start, Tredegar has probably had the biggest overhaul in the smallest site. So it is really exciting for the people of Tredegar and hopefully surrounding areas. And the big thing, the key for this is if you've got a life card, you can use the 3 facilities. And like Jamie said at the start, each site has their own unique selling point, which we will go over in the concept designs now. But yeah, like I said, I just hope you look at this and you get the same feeling we do. I get butterflies every time I see it. And I'm like, I literally can't wait till this is in so I could just play on it. I'm just going to be crawling all over it. They're going to be like, Tom, get off the top. It's like, well, that's what it's there for. And so, really exciting times. And like I said, this is one of the most exciting things from my perspective. I love the Queen Axe. So the new look, this is the exciting part now. This is where we bring the concepts of what we're having at each of the sites to you, and what we want, we're going to be discussing a little bit later, but what we want is you guys to look, ask as many questions as you want, send your questions into events@anironleisure.org.uk. I will put that in the link when this goes out. And just send as many questions as you can. And we are going to be going live Thursday, the 1st of April at 12 o'clock. And we're going to be answering questions live on our social media page, BG Life. So, this is the exciting part now because this is where we go in. So, Tredegar Sports Centre to start. So, James, I'm going to hand over to you on this one. What are your thoughts when you look at this? Because, like we said, it probably doesn't do it justice of what we're going to be having and the look of it. But, this is something similar to the way we go in. So, what are your thoughts on this?
It's for those who go to Tredegar site and use it, it's unrecognizable probably to those. It's just this one flows so well as you come in. You got your CV kit, you got your pin selector strength, and then you got this magnificent area down the bottom with artificial grass. A rig that's been specifically built for Tredegar, as you said, the only one in the world, with all the assault equipment around the sides, as you can see in the bottom right. But it just looks amazing. Aesthetically, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Obviously, there's been a bit more decoration going on, so the doctor surgery walls will be gone and more of a boutique-y kind of color in. I don't want to share too much because I rather the guys come in and have a surprise when you come in. But as you can see, it just looks really, really well, doesn't it?
Oh, mate, honestly, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I think the green AstroTurf, it really sets that end off. Some of the other things we've done as well, that, you know, like we said, we want to keep a little bit up our sleeves so we can share with you at a later date where, you know, we can clean down what we've got at the moment, and yeah, we can share the proper pictures with you. That are probably going to be in the same placement as what we've got here, but ultimately you're going to see, you know, there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes from the staff and third-party organizations as well. And as you can see in the top right-hand corner, one of the things that people were asking for was a Stairmaster, and we've got two there. So the big ones you can see in the top left of that top right-hand picture, that's our Stairmasters. And yeah, hopefully, you know, we've answered a lot of people's questions when it comes down to in depth of how many questions we had asked, because there was hundreds, Jim, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, this was the Stairmaster come up quite a few times with regards to it, and I believe
20%, was it 20%?
Yeah,
of the questions were Stairmaster.
Yeah. And I believe Tom and the nurse team are going to do replicate their step count again on there.
I don't know. I'm not feeling Everest again. After my knees took a while to heal after that one, but yeah. So you can see the Resolute pin select kit there as well, and the only difference is where you can see some of the grey shrouding on the CV kit. That is going to be all black. So yeah, in the middle bottom right, you can see we've got a DAP, a dual adjustable pulley. So you've got more functionality. You've got pull-up bars. You know, we've got 2 to 50k on our dumbbells rather than 2 to 40. So, you know, we've answered a lot of people's questions. So, you know, it is really, really exciting times. Going on to your site, Jim. So I'll start on Absolutely, and I'll leave it to you then to lead it home. So Absolutely as well, you know, all of them, they've got that wow factor as soon as you see it. You know, we still don't think it does enough justice of what we've got going on in the background. But ultimately, you know, you've got the 2 rooms in Absolutely. So top left, you've got the CV kit, which is quite universal, but it's going to be black, so really premium look. Top right, you've got Absolutely's functional end with... We started to introduce a little bit of free weights in that area. So as you can see, we've got the Smith machine, a few dumbbells as well. And then you've got the wall mounted rig with the AstroTurf and Assault product, which, you know, it looks wicked. And this is the transfer between, you know, this just being a CV room to this being a functional room as well, where people are going to have more confidence to go into the free weights room, which is in the bottom left. And the unique selling point in this center is right at the top there. It doesn't do it justice because it's in white and it's going to be in black when we have it installed. We've got an 8 station, which is one of the only ones in the UK that's being installed. And literally what you can't do on that is a question rather than what you can do on it. And I think you'll agree, James, that Resolute pin select equipment in the bottom right looks absolutely wicked, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of feedback with some of the customers saying they can't imagine Absolutely looking like that, but I can assure you that is what it's going to look like. So yeah, it's we've gone away from the kinesis machines, the pulley systems, back to the pin selectors. Again, listening to customers and feeling that that's what they wanted. We've also introduced some free weights, like you said. There's a Smith machine up in the top right on the left-hand side. We try to break down barriers because obviously with the strengths being in separate rooms, we felt that those news to weight training sometimes can find it a little bit intimidating or next door. So we've put a Smith machine in here, hopefully to build a bit more confidence and lead them into the weights room. And then obviously the strength room is used probably more so in Appley than the other sites. So we've kind of listened to those guys. Legs and backs, that's what I got when I asked. So yeah, there's two racks there now for squatting, benching, many functions as you would with a rack. There's a hack squat, which came up a few times on the questionnaire, like T-bar row. Everything more or less that we've already got with 2 or 3 extra added kits. along with, like you say, that showstopper, the 8-piece. So as you can imagine, aptly, now we've only got a 2-piece cable crossover, so that's gone from 2 now to 8. So as you can imagine, that's quite a drastic change. Those and hopefully for those that nag me for more weights and more equipment in there will appreciate going forward, and I'm sure they will love it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it all looks wicked, and sometimes you think a concept isn't going to live up to actuality, but I think this is actually is going to look better than the concepts, which I can't wait. I think me and Jamie are just going to walk around them in silence for an hour each and just think, wow, this is this is just immense.
Again, the photo don't do justice on the weights room. I know sometimes they feel left out, but new flooring is like the deadlifting platform there. It looks cool, really.
Well, I think the color scheme really sets it off. We're not going to say
no. We give a clue. It's not white, and that's all we'll say.
Yeah, it's not clinical, but it looks good. It looks like a nice place to train and somewhere you're going to want to keep coming back to. So on to what we would say, is it's just epic, is the Ebervale site. Is obviously just the space sort of lends itself so well to we had a vision, and I think mine and your vision, James, aligned really well on what we wanted to see with this refurbishment. And I think Ebervale sort of epitomizes exactly what we wanted. And hopefully, the pictures are probably not going to do it as much justice as what it's going to look like when we get everything installed. But, it is a close representation. So, this is where we go in. Sometimes I haven't got the words to describe it, but I'll give it a go, and then I'll pass over to you, James. Is top left, like we said, this is the functional rig. This is the one that we just showed you on the pictures. Is a concept, but this is basically what it's going to look like. You've got that iron jungle, basically, that has got so much functionality. Like I said, you probably, if you've done one workout a week, it'd probably take you 4 years to do all the workouts you could do all day. That's how much this bit of kit can give you. And we're going to be working behind the scenes with the AdGym app, the Preva app, to try and give you as much content as we can of what you can actually do on there. And there's so much. There's probably things that they haven't even been thought of yet, but we're excited to really test in this bit of kit to the limit. As you can see, top left of that picture as well, you've got the Assault products again. You've got the ski ergs, which we've got in the other sites as well, which we didn't quite see. But I think CrossFit has sort of been leading the way in the fitness industry for probably the past 5 to 6 years. The athletes look wicked. The look that people are going for these days, is a cross between being really fit, but also being really strong and, having really good physique. So, as you can see in the top right there, you've got the Prowler and the AstroTurf that really sets off. And, we have got the flooring down already. And like I said, I don't think these pictures do it justice at the moment, but when we can share that with you, hopefully you're going to be taken aback and you're going to see how good it really looks. In the top right, the left-hand side of the picture, we've got our Resolute kit as well, which I think, again, we'll agree, James, looks absolutely wicked. That black on black top premium line. You're going to have all these beacons on it as well. With your smartphone is going to be your computer. You're going to have the range of movement counter on there as well. You're going to have your rest time. All your workouts are going to be made for you right there. So, bottom left, like I said, the only difference is we're having black kit. As you can see in the distance on the bottom left, we've got another rig, so another wall-mounted rig for you guys. So, if there's classes going on the big rig, there's a stretch area and a rig there to actually do pretty much exactly the same thing that you can do on the main rig. And one of the biggest changes that we've got is we've brought the strength area out of the small room, and we've put it into this big space. So, you know, we've zoned the areas, so, you know, you can go around and you can have that full workout experience in the same environment. And hopefully we're going to break down the barriers of people not being afraid to take a step onto that black matted area, and really test their limits, and, you know, give themselves a chance to hit their goal rather than being afraid to go into that smaller weights area, which is going to be a spin room from now, which also looks wicked. You know, there's been a lot that's gone into that as well. So yeah, that's about it from me, Jim. Over to you to discuss Everfail.
No, as you can see, it looks absolutely amazing. And as we discussed early on, we wanted to make it more inclusive to people, more to customers, make it more appealing, and take the intimidation away. Hence why the strength is in the main hall now. Not only is it just easier to access, but it, like you said, for those new or worried about going into an intimidating area, it's not anymore. It's in a big open area. Staff are there to help out, but also these beacons to show you how to work every exercise. It I can't imagine anyone's going to argue that doesn't look amazing. So yeah, you've got your rig, your centerpiece, and as you've spoken about, the zone centered off, and just touching upon the small group training that is going to be going on the rigs, that will be happening across all 3 sites. So in any case, if we've just chucked a lump of metal in, get on with it. There will be education around it, and our staff are going to be going on the training beginning of next month, and so they're going to be up to date and fully on how to use all of it. So it's really, really good. It's just this is the one I'm jealous of slightly, and I love all of them. But yeah, it is what it is, and it's just fab. The area is amazing.
You know, we're all to the same end, and I think the big thing is you've got a membership. You can use all 3, you know, and whatever takes your fancy. And, you know, we want people to mix. We want people to go around the centres and sort of, you know, try that 8 station down at Abbotsbury, try that rig in Evervale or Tregear, you know, and yeah, just get that full experience and get, you know, the full impact of what your membership is, you know, because we really wanted to get the most out of it. I think that's the biggest thing. We've listened to your questions, and we feel that we've ticked a lot of the boxes of the questions that have been asked. So yeah, like I said, really excited about this. I'm really excited about everything overall too. So for us, you know, the big thing that we've said is we do want to know your thoughts. You know, we want any questions you may have. You know, we will try our best to answer any question you have. On the day, you know, if you want to drop us a question, we're going to be keeping up to date with the chat reel on the Facebook Live as well. So it's going to be a lot like this. It's going to be a discussion between me and Jamie. You know, potentially we're going to have some more pictures for you, and we can discuss around those as well. And hopefully, you know, we'll have a bit more insight into the roadmap from the Welsh government by that point. If we don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. We know the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. So yeah, hopefully you guys are really excited now for us to open, knowing that you know, you start back exactly from where you left off yourselves with absolutely brand new facilities. You know, it's exciting time. So, you know, out of this dark tunnel, we're coming out there in a really positive place. And obviously, just to re-emphasize the point, you know, for people that have lost people during this really dark time, you know, we just want to help everyone we can, you know, and I know we look at the physical benefits mostly, but you know, is that mental, psychological, and social element that we can bring of well-being in our services. So, you know, like we said, we're trying to join up all the dots for all the demographics. You know, we have got the nurse scheme as well, which are going to be integrated within these new facilities, which is a really exciting time for our team. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're all there to help for for everyone's cause, you know, whatever it may be, because everyone is different, everyone's got their own stories, and you know, we just want to help you achieve what you want to achieve, and hopefully, you know, we've listened to your questions, and we've answered as many as we can, and yeah, we, you know, coming out of 2021, you know, we're gonna be going back into some form of new normal. And yeah, it's exciting to think, you know, where it's actually going to take us in the future. I think you'll agree with that one, Jim.
Yeah, I just really can't wait to open. I've got to be honest, really looking forward to it, and kind of looking forward to seeing the customers' reactions of it, because obviously not many companies have gone out and purchased new kit and spent, so obviously credit to our managers and above for allowing this to continue, which could have been quite easy to have stopped it, and with what's going on. But yeah, fair play to them. They took a punt, and hopefully we'll reap the rewards of seeing all the customers back in happy and enjoying being back at our facilities.
Yeah, and to Blind Gwen Council as well, who've put a lot of hard work in on our behalf for this tender. So thanks to those guys as well. Just stop the share there. And yeah, basically, you know, what we've just said, we are going to be going live with a Q&A next Thursday, the 1st of April, 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Which is midday, not midnight. I know a lot of people get confused with that one. So yeah, we'll be going live. We want your questions in beforehand, but you know, ask your questions on the day as well. You know, and we're going to try our best to answer them. We're going to come at everything with passion, positivity, and excitement, which hopefully we've given to you from this podcast today. But there's going to be more going forward. We're going to drop more. They're probably not going to be as long as this one, but we want to get as much information as we could in a shorter space of time. So if you do want to ask questions, email us events@anironleisure.org.uk. We'll pick those up, and we will. That's going to be the base of our podcast or our Facebook Live next week. And just to touch on a few other points, you know, we have a new internet infrastructure installed as well. So the internet is going to be all singing, all dancing. We've had new sound systems across each of the 3 sites. We've had new flooring, new paintworks, and new decor. So, you know, it's not just new equipment and that's it. You know, it's so much going on behind the scenes, staffing, all those things I've just said. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that one because, like I said, I keep talking, and Jamie knows I can talk for well. So yeah, on that note, from me, thank you for tuning in today, guys, and we hope to catch you next Thursday. So take it easy until then. Over to you, Jim.
Yeah, please contact us, ask us questions. Like I said, there's no silly questions, and hopefully we can answer all of them or most of them. But till then, stay safe, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.